Good morning, guys. We are actually headed to Atlanta right now, and if you're at this part of the video, you might already know, because I might have teased it in the intro video, but you might already know what this video is about. We're making a trip. I just got back from LA, but you know, team no sleep. So we are headed up, driving up to Atlanta to pick up. We are headed up to Atlanta to pick up my part, and we're going to talk to the owner and see what's going on with his build or situation. And hopefully you enjoy this video. Just now crossing the border to Georgia, and we got a few more hours.
Just a little bit.
It's a boring drive. It's just straight. It's just straight. Oh man, it's okay. It's worth it.
It will be, yes.
You already know we got to make a Bucky stop. Rudy's SUV, man. Big ass tires, gas guzzler, suck feel. What do you mean? It's SUV. It's SUV.
Diesel though. Diesel.
Still an SUV.
Yeah. Better gas mileage than anything out there.
I don't know about that. So it is absolutely packed in here. It's never been this busy every time I've come, but today it's insane. We're going to go get some jerky though. Alright, so we just pulled up to Jason's spot. He's got his car parked up. He's got his bike. Met us here. And yeah, gonna pick up the seat. Well, wherever it is. Oh, okay, no worries. But the car's looking clean as always. Oh yeah, car is looking clean as always. So what seats did you end up putting in?
Second.
What seats did you end up putting in? Stock seats are still in?
But as you gave a little sneak peek of what I was thinking about. But I think I'm gonna put these in the E92.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And this is going to work out.
Very nice.
Let me turn up the alarm so I can take you to the reason you came, you know?
Yep, absolutely.
Evo 8?
Evo 9.
Nice.
He's got an Evo 2. Man, he's got best of both worlds. He's got a Euro and then a JDM. Woo. This is the seat that we gave away a few years ago, and it's still in mint condition. It looks fantastic, and I think it'll look great in the M4. So we're just extending it so we can fit it in the SUV. I can't wait to put this in the M. I think it's gonna look fan-fucking-tastic. Alright, transaction complete. I would like to thank Jason for hooking your boy up with the seat.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. We will see you at the next invasion, of course.
You will see this car there.
Stay tuned to the video. We're going to install this seat. Alright, so we are now about to head back. Well, sort of head back. We're going to meet up with one of my boys that lives close to Atlanta. We're going to go get some Korean barbecue. And Rudy is awesome for driving. But what do you think about the seat, man?
Seat is dope. Seat is 100% spot on.
So maybe Rudy may get convinced to take my seats off of me. We We don't know yet.
Maybe. We'll
Maybe.
see. We'll see.
Maybe. He wants them, so or he sort of wants them, so we'll see. I definitely think they're better than the 435i seats. I've had both his seats and my seats, and I will definitely say that mine hold you in the car much, much better, which is what he wants, since he tracks his car way more than I do and will. So, yeah. We are back at Buc-ee's. We didn't want to buy stuff like jerky till on the way back to Florida, so we just picked up some jerky. I picked up some like small stuff, and now we are going to head our asses back to Florida and hopefully get to sleep soon. All right, so we have the seat sliders here, and then the Brey Krause bracket, and I've already installed one side. So what's going to happen is this edge is going to face outside. It's going to be on the inner side of the rail, which let me try to zoom in and show you. As you see, it's on the inside, and this is facing out. And then for the bolts, you can see right here, it's on the bolt side. So I have this spacer washer set here. And then on the back, there's a black spacer that you use with the kit, which hopefully you can sort of tell. So here we have the bracket. We're gonna, again, put it on the inside. So what's gonna happen is you see this bolt here, it's going to slot in. Can they see that? So the rear bolt is actually gonna slot in from the back like so, and it'll get stuck. And then on this side, you're actually going to put it on the outside of the bracket, but you're going to slot it in from the inside. And again, this will also have like a keyway so it stays still. As I was saying before, there's this black washer that you get with the kit. So you put it on the ring that slides into here. And then for this side, you use a silver washer for the outside, right here, like so. And so we have this bracket that we're gonna slot, push in, and you gotta turn it till the keyway fits. Put the washer, tighten this down. You do want to use Loctite, but for demonstration purposes, I'm not using Loctite. And then on this side, again, you fit this in. It will fit into the hole and tighten properly. Now the front is going to be a 13 mil, and the back is going to be a 19 mil. And what we'll do is we'll tighten it down with Loctite, of course. In the back, like I said, you tighten it from behind. So, with both tightened down, this is how the front will look. And that is how the back will look. Can't really see because there's no light, but you get an idea. And the completed rail system is going to look like this. As I said, this is going to face that way. This will face this way. And now the next thing that we'll need is a motor cable harness, which we have here. I've already plugged it in and cut it all, or de-pinned it, and we will attach it to the switch right here. I've also de-pinned this harness from all of its old cables, and we do need the red and brown. So the brown will be ground, and then the red will be power, but for the brown we'll actually need it to split off to two, which on OEM it does. So if you buy an extra harness, you can actually just cut it up. But if you want to reuse your OEM one, you would have to de-pin the harness and try to work with that. I would just suggest buying it. The harnesses are fairly cheap online, maybe 30-40 bucks, and that way you can cut it up if you need to, and reuse this piece. And if you sell your OEM seats, you could just sell the harness with it. Now we have our E30 window switch that will actually be pinning to these cables. And what's going to happen is pin 1 and pin 4 on the outside are going to go directly to the motor. So the motor, the only 2 cables that we need will be the brown and the blue, which are the 2 thickest wires. And so one of them will lead to 1, one of them will lead to 4. Now 2 and 3 are going to be the brown cable from here that splits off. So 2 being this one and 3 being this one are going to be your grounds, which are going to be these 2. And then number 5, which is this one down here, is going to be your red cable right here. And so just to give you an example what it's going to look like plugged in, this actually just slots right in here. It'll be right there. So we can plug in all the wires to the back. This will actually sit right here, just like OEM, and then your car's harness will actually plug directly here to power it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to wire all of this up, and I'll do that off camera so you don't have to worry about watching all that nonsense. But I've already explained where the cables are going to go to the back of this, and then I'll show you once it's completed how it looks going to the back. Okay, excuse the bad, I'm not an electrician, so like I said, here's the brown, two black splits, and then down into these connectors right here. And then we have the red over here that went into number 5. And then of course, like I said, the motor, you only use the 2 big wires. So we're gonna cut these like little small ones off and only use the 2. And they go to 1 and 4. The only reason why these 2 are different is because I only had those 2 as a set and I had already installed them, and then the other ones didn't actually fit my thicker cable, so I had to go buy the correct size. I might take those off and just make it all the same, so we're gonna maybe do that off camera. But if not, what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna use electrical tape and tidy this up, and that way it doesn't look so messy. Alright, so this is after it's cleaned up a bit. I might shorten this wire because it's so long. I don't really like how long that is. So I'm probably going to shorten that wire. And as you see, it's all wrapped up. So we will probably zip tie these 2 together and then it'll be perfect. So with the seat that I have, you'll want to put the spacers, which you don't have to use, by the way. The spacers only... I'm just going to use the smaller spacers, which as you can see is like half, if not 1/3 the size. And then we can adjust if we need to. But what will happen is you'll want to use the middle and the last for newer Recaros. So my seat is a newer Recaro, so we're going to use the middle hole and the last hole. So as I was saying, I have the short spacer. We haven't tightened them all the way down yet because what they recommend is before you tighten it all the way down, you get the bracket mounted on the seat. As you see though, it doesn't seem like I will need the spacers, so I'm debating about just dropping it all the way down to get the lower mounting style. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Maybe I should max it out low and go from there. What do you think? So something I forgot to mention about was the seatbelt. So the seatbelt I actually bought off a separate F30, which I bought the seats to get the sliders, came with the seatbelts. So the seatbelts are actually the same as on the F80s. It was a little dirty, so I cleaned it up, and I'm not pulling mine off for now, so we'll just keep this there. It slots into your original placement of the slider. And then what's going to happen is the cable that you put in there, which, let me see if I can get some better lighting. There you go. When you slot it into this yellow piece right here, well, let me see if I can get it clearly for you guys. So right there, it is the plug that slides into the side, and it'll be at the very end. So this is your seatbelt plug right here, this little white thing. All right, so we have these Torx that you have to pull out on each corner. Hopefully this is focusing. Let me turn this up real quick. So each one, and then that is actually a T50. So we're going to pull out each one of the Torx and then take this seat out first. So we're going to go ahead and start unbolting this. The seat is all the way forward. We can loosen these guys in the back. I've already broken them loose, so I'm going to get these out slowly but surely. Actually, I have a tool for this. What am I doing? We are going to take these out quickly. Of course, the two in the front. So now you'll probably want to disconnect your battery. You don't really have to, but if you're being cautious, disconnect the battery. I'm not going to. I'm going to just start unplugging the harnesses on the bottom. There's going to be a latch that you pull back. We're going to try to get that on video, but I don't know if that's going to actually happen or not with how dark it is in here. Okay, so as we said, I'm going to lift this seat up. So you'll probably want to vacuum a little bit. And there's bolt 1, bolt 2, bolt 3, bolt 4. The harness actually plugs in that orientation, so just be sure when it goes back in, it will be like that. As you can tell, my seat has taken a beating. It does need some cleaning. It had some wear from when I bought it before, like right here, but it can be repaired, so no big deal. So we got the side-by-side. I got the M logo there. So a little bit different than the M4 logo, but I think it looks very good. With the diamond stitching, the M pattern. Yeah, this looks sick. Jamal is getting B-roll and of me slaving. But we are fitting the bolts in just for now. And something you want to notice is, remember how I had the plugs in? So right now my plugs are slightly backwards, so I'm gonna have to flip the two plugs, which I had mentioned in the video before. So what I'll do is I'll pop this out, how it feels. So I just set the range for my feet, which I'm barefoot, but we're not gonna show my feet. And this thing is sick. I think that the height is actually slightly higher than where I had my seating position with my OEM seats, but that's because I had them all the way down. And then this, you know, with the adaption of how you use these electric rails, changes how it sits and whatnot. So if you see, seat still moves with electric, which is really cool. So I keep that, and I think this fits the car perfectly. Jamal, what do you think? You're behind the camera.
Well, I don't know if the camera can hear me or not.
You can.
But the way that the seat looks, it's really nice. The way that the back kind of like arches and contours is really nice too. I said that I really like the stitching. I'm a very big like attention to detail kind of guy, but I don't like whatever I have to be too loud either. So the fact that the seat itself, let's see if I can go over here. The seat itself kind of like camouflages in, but when you really look up close, you'll see all the attention to detail. So I really like that aspect of it. So you already know I'm gonna approve.
You know what part I actually really like about this? So I have an issue with my OEM seats where, because they're so thick, depending on how far you have the seat back, it'll actually hit the cage or the seat belts that I have there. And because I can run a harness now, which I haven't installed the lower locks or the loops for the harnesses, so you guys didn't see that in this video. That'll probably be a next one. I can't use it yet, but that'll come eventually. But overall, where it sits is perfect. I think it makes the car look quite good. It doesn't look as mismatched. It doesn't look as mismatched as I thought it would, with one OEM seat and one of the Recaros for the time being. But yeah, overall I'm super happy about it. So you already know what time it is. We are coding, and we are going to code the airbag light out, which not sure if it's gonna focus. There we go. And what he's gonna do is he's going to code out the airbag light, which, because my seat does not have the airbags, we're getting that all coded out now. Okay. So I'm officially the worst YouTuber ever, and I forget to close out videos. So after the coding on the car, we got all the lights in the dash completely coded out thanks to Remote Beamer. So definitely hit him up if you ever need things coded out. And the seat is perfect. Everything works the way it should. Honestly, the seat itself feels so much better than OEM. It holds you in better. I feel like the base seats that I had, when you floor it, like they I don't know, it felt like they sort of had a little bit of give. This seat does not. So that's super positive. Only downside is the seat belt. I think this happens on OEM seats too. It's just less common. But when you take the seat belt off and it gets caught in between the seat and the door, and you shut the door, it can, like, you know, mess up your door and your seat. I've actually already did that with my new seat. So there's a small dent on it. There's a small dent on my door, but you know, whatever. It's not really easily able to be seen, and plus track car, so fuck it. But hopefully you guys like the cinematics. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. If I should get the passenger seat immediately or that can wait. I think it looks fine with the passenger seat the way it is, but I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, oh, it has to have matching. It has to have matching. So yeah, let me know down below what you think, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.